Hello guys, so in today's video I'm going to show you two techniques that they're going to help you to release and mobilize your sciatic nerve, because most of you guys probably you have pain on your sciatic nerve, and that's being irradiated down to the leg, no matter if it's on the right or on the left. But the most important thing that you need to keep in mind if you have sciatica pain is that it's very likely that you have some dysfunctions on your body and on your biomechanics. So the two techniques that I'm going to show you, they're going to help you to improve a little bit and release that sciatica nerve, and mainly reduce and reverse a little bit the pain that that's creating you. This is not the panacea, okay, but it's gonna help you, and you need to work in another little pieces to fix this problem. So let's go for it. The first thing you're gonna do, we're gonna be doing one exercise which is gonna be on the floor. You're basically going to need elastic band. You're gonna choose how strong you're gonna use it, and you're gonna need like a ball, a lacrosse ball. This is quite soft, so this is like a Pilates ball, and a yoga block. What you're gonna do is you need to attach the elastic band down under somewhere. So I'm just gonna be using this bench, and I'm going to be working only on one leg, okay? You're gonna need to be working on the leg that you feel that the pain is going, but I suggest you to do them both. It's very likely that you're gonna have much, even if you don't have sciatic nerve pain, it's probably very likely that your left side is tighter than the right. But the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put the elastic band right on the top of your infoot, okay? So that's gonna be around that exactly area, okay? As you can see already, these muscles are getting already engaged. Now with the ball, you're gonna put the ball on your hamstrings. You're gonna put it close to the knee joint, but not right behind, because that's gonna be not very a nice area. You're gonna put the ball right close to the knee, and it's going to be slightly on the external side, because that's where the biceps femoris is, and it's very likely that that area is much more tighter. Then you're going to use the yoga block to create a little bit of elevation. Again, that's going to be compressing. You need to allow that to be compressed. Once you're in that position, in this fixed position, you need to make sure that step number one is that you're going to flex the ankle like that. When you're doing this movement, it's very likely that if you see the ankle is going to be kind of on that direction, okay? Because the internal rotation is going to make our leg to be more, our foot is going to go there and it's going to overpronate. So you need to make sure that you create dorsiflexion and a little bit of external rotation. However, right now, my ankle is right in full alignment. If you see that from behind right now, that's kind of very aligned, okay? So you need to make sure that that's quite aligned. It's not here, or it's not externally rotated too much. That's gonna make the dorsiflexor muscles to be working. Once you're in that position, you maybe already feel some kind of pressure through here, okay? Next step you're gonna do is you're gonna rise your leg, and I can massively feel now quite a lot of pain, discomfort there, but that's gonna help you to release your fascia and send the right input to your brain. Slow down. Now, we're gonna integrate the movement, okay? We're working from ankle to foot to here. You're gonna put the hands on the other arm, and now what you're gonna do is, as you're going up, you're gonna look up and you're gonna breathe out. Slow down, flex the ankle, press a little bit against the ball to rise, and look at my neck. I'm combining here the dorsiflexion, resistance coming from in front, myofascial release with the ball on my biceps femoris, which is going to affect the whole posterior chain, plus mobilization of my sciatic nerve by moving the neck. I'm going to repeat again. So dorsiflexion with good alignment. Okay, now extension and extension. And we're going again. Very good, one more time. When you're doing this exercise, come from behind again. As you raise the leg, you have to avoid this external rotation. If you do, it's not that you have to avoid, but if you do it, you're gonna have different sensation, more pressure. But you want to have the right alignment between the ankle, between the knee and the femur, okay? That's gonna make the release to happen. If you go externally rotated, you maybe feel more pressure on the side, and the whole posterior chain is gonna be more under stretch because you compressing the biceps femoris a little bit more as you externally rotate, and that's also going to be beneficial for you. All right, this is the first technique. You really need to pay attention on the checkpoints. If you miss one of the points, it's not going to be so beneficial, this exercise. The second technique I'm going to show you is quite more integrated and in a different context where you're going to need to be dealing with gravity, because right now here you are on a open kinematic chain, but now you're going to go into closed kinematic chain. If you are not familiar with these terms, it's okay. But what you're going to need to do, you're going to need a ball, you're going to need an elastic band, and you're going to need a wall. What you're going to be doing, okay, we're going to keep working on the left side, okay? I'm going to use the ball, and that's going to be underneath of my toe, under my foot, under my left foot. Notice that I'm slightly bent to the wall, not too much. You don't want to be here, okay? You don't want to be here. You want to be slightly incline it backward, okay? Once you are in that position, what you're gonna be doing, it's semi-bending the knees. This is pretty important. You're gonna do a hinge with the hip at the same time that you elevate the toes, dorsiflexion again. So the ball is compressing me on the fascia, on the plantar fascia, and rising the toes, and now look at my hips and my whole body. I'm doing a hinge, looking slightly higher, and coming all the way up. When I'm going down, dorsiflexion, neck extension, breathing out to release. All right, very good. What is very likely to happen if you see this exercise from in front? What is very likely to happen because of your posture and because the dysfunctions that we all have on the body and the asymmetries is that the femur and the tibia and the fibula, they're gonna be rotated, or they're gonna create torsion. So because that's a pattern that is gonna be there very likely, you need to address that. And this is not only gonna address fully because it's gonna help you somehow, but it's not gonna be so effective because you're working only on one plane of motion: dorsiflexion, hip extension, sagittal plane of motion, plus the myofascial release or sensation or input that you're receiving on the foot. What you're gonna do is, okay, if it's very likely to have torsion, you need to work against that torsion, and that's going to happen in another plane of motion. That's going to be on the transverse planes of motion mainly. So what you're going to do is you're going to use elastic band. This is advanced technique, but just practice, explore. I cannot explain you the whole core of the exercise, but that's going to help you if you do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the elastic band. You're going to create torsion. Let's see. This is going here. This is going over the knee, that's going to my femur, and then I'm going to be attaching that into here. Double knot, and that's it. So this is the position the leg is there. So in order to address this, your body needs to receive input. It needs to receive the direction. If I need torsion, if my leg, my femur, my tibia, my fibula are they are twisted on the transverse planes of motion, you want to create the opposite, and that's what is gonna send the message to your brain. Okay, this is the direction. So now you're gonna combine both things, elastic band, and now as I'm going down, look close. If I completely relax, this is what is gonna happen. Look at the torsion, the knees inward, the foot is over-pronating, okay? That's very likely what happens. But now hold that position when this is what you want to do, okay? Can you see this rotation? Now my knee, my fibula, my tibia are like my foot, still not that much, which I'm gonna correct. Now I got it. From that position, now I'm going to do the hinge. And at the bottom, I'm gonna make sure this is fully aligned. If I fully relax, this is what is gonna happen. Hip internal rotation, the femur is on that direction, the fibula and the tibula, they are externally rotated. As soon as I do this, by pressing against the ball, look the torsion and the rotation that I'm creating. Dorsiflexion. I feel much more released now, my whole sciatic nerve. With the neck, it's up to you. You can keep the neck neutral, okay, which is gonna keep your neck more aligned. If you extend the neck, that's gonna mobilize a little bit more the whole sciatic nerve. So I hope that this technique is beneficial for you. It might seem a little bit different. It might seem something that you haven't seen that often, but I can guarantee you that if you practice that, and I already feel this like wow, very different than the other side. So just practice, and it's very important that you understand what is behind this. But if you practice and it works, results, and that's what you want. This is David El Corbarrutia. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please share far and wide if you find this information beneficial, and I will see you in the next videos, reminding you to move pain-free and live. Thank you very much, and see you next videos. Bye.